Hi guys. So I finally think I got the camera angle right. That's always a challenge when you're trying to, do something different or do a new setup. So, in any case, firstly, I would really like to thank you all for your wishes and your comments. Yeah, it's pretty amazing getting away. I haven't really shifted house, but I will be doing a back and forth, and it's going to feel really good. But I really appreciate your comments. Thank you so much for your wishes and. Of course, for your subscribes and your comments. I'm very, very interested. I think I've said this before also. I'm very, very fascinated listening to your comments when you share your stories. It's really, it's really something that I find very, very, something that I look forward to actually. This has become a large part of my life now. Okay, so I was just going through the comments and I did notice a very persistent request for a reading, and that one is what is the future of this connection? All right, now I believe that futures are fluid to some extent, to a large extent, actually. Um, there might be certain things that might be predestined, but to a large extent, I think we create our futures. So I generally don't do like fatalistic or very fixed kind of readings in terms of future, but there's no harm, I sense, to have a look at what can be expected, right? So that we are prepared, so that we can mold it, etc. All right. So please, with this reading, kindly see if you resonate with it. If you don't, there might be some lessons in it, there might be some advices that could help you in the future in your relationship. Also, please remember, it's a general reading. If you don't resonate, please leave it. All right. Right, with that over, okay, I would like you to keep the question in mind. What is the future of this connection? Right, keep the person in mind, keep the question in mind, and please choose your piles: pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. All right, so this pile 1, oh sorry, pile 1 is the citrine, pile 2 is the rutilated quartz, and pile 3 is the green aventurine. Please pause your videos and pick your pile, and we'll start with pile 1. Okay, so let's start. Pile number 1. Right, so pile number 1 with the citrine stone. What is the future of this connection? New life. I hope you can see, guys. Yeah, okay. New life. All right. Challenging times. Two of Pentacles. Three of Cups. The Sun. And control. Okay, all right. Let's see if this fits in. I think this should fit. Yep, that's right. Okay, so pile one. What is the future of this connection? All right. Now, what I'm seeing here is this probably would be. I'm going to talk a little bit about, what's going on right now or what has passed in this connection. Okay. I do feel that for a lot of you, this might be a new connection that you're asking about because I'm seeing new life here. All right, so this might be a new connection you're asking about, but if you're asking about a connection that you're already in, then this is a new phase that is going to start in your life after challenging times. All right, now I feel if you are in this connection, this is for people who are, partnered and they're already in this connection for a while. I do sense that there have been quite a few challenging times. I don't know. I'm seeing with this back and forth, there's been a lot of management of each other's perspectives, a lot of control that you guys might have tried to exert on yourself, your feelings, your thoughts and emotions. Weathered storms in this connection, built up your inner strength. I'm seeing a lot of history in this connection, actually, for quite a few of you, as a matter of fact, okay? It's possible even the storms that you guys have weathered might be, third party situations or travel, being, distant with, maybe, distance also caused issues. There might have been control issues. I don't know. I mean, all of that I'm seeing if for some of you, all right? For the others of you, I sense this is a new connection, all right? And I feel that either you or they are going through some sort of challenging times at the moment, all right? And maybe one person is going through challenging times in their life, and the other person seems to be patiently waiting and controlling themselves, before launching off into this new life, or the new phase of the connection, right? I sense for the person who is in challenging times, I feel that, this is a lot to do with the purple and the red energies. I'm seeing a lot of work being done on the base and the third eye chakras. So, spirituality and foundations, their spiritual foundations, their material foundations. One person is working at that, they're shielded off, right? They might not be in communication, or you might not be, or they might be just acting a little distant, right? This is also a number 5, and I feel that that means this person is going through a lot of change. One person in this connection is going through a lot of change, right? The other person, it could be you or them, is someone who is almost, I'm seeing this person as someone who is, yes, they are very much in control. This is the strength card of the tarot as well. But I'm getting the feeling that they're trying to tune into their inner self, their inner eyes, so to say, the eyes of the heart. Because I see a heart here as well. It's almost like one person is going deep within to find their strength. Okay, and there is a sense of waiting from this person's side. So it's possible that you or your person are waiting for these challenging times to end for this person before you can launch yourself into this new life, a new phase in your connection, a new life, some vitality, something, one of you is being patient. With this card, I'm also getting intuition somehow. I don't know. I just feel like someone is guiding you with these two eyes, it looks like a sort of like, maybe it could be spirit guides, or something on those lines. Someone is sort of not controlling, sorry, someone is guiding one person in this connection, because maybe because your person is closed off and you don't understand what's going on with them, this person might be juggling a lot of things. It's possible this person is you know having to work on a lot of options in their life. It could be career, it could be finances, it could be even another relationship. So I don't know. I mean, please apply it to your situation. It's not necessary that it's another relationship. It's possible that it's just, some other aspect or situation in their life, a third party. Okay, so the third party doesn't always mean that there is a person involved. But for some of you, I do feel that there might be person or persons involved. It could be family issues, I sense, with this person. Okay, and this person is doing a pretty good job, I sense, of wanting to emerge as someone new. There is a lot of shadow work going on, I think, with one of you. All right, please apply it as it fits. And this shadow work is going to increase your strength to a large extent, your inner strength, your inner happiness, your inner child. So the challenging times, I sense, either you or they are going through a lot of things all at once, is what I'm sensing. All right, and it's kind of become tough to manage, but they're doing it, or you're doing it. All right, you're doing it, and the strength is increasing. You or they are being guided by the universe, by the angels, whatever you believe in. All right, now I do feel that from your side, so that was something that was probably going on. Now what is the future? Okay, now I am seeing a new phase of life, a new phase emerging in this connection. All right, this is the card of new life, which is like the egg has hatched and this person is coming out, almost like from a deep sleep. So it's possible this connection was in a bit of a, what do you call that? I don't know, I'm forgetting the word. Stagnant, yeah. Stagnant situation for a while because of one of you being occupied by all these problems. I think it was stagnant, but now it's going into a new phase. And this is also adding up. This is a number 39 and it's adding up to a number 3, which is a master number, the number of creation. So yes, your connection in the future is entering a new phase, pile 1. All right, and I am seeing that once this new phase has been entered, there might be travel involved. I don't know, I'm seeing with the Two of Pentacles, there might be distance, I sense, or maybe because of the times we are in, travel is an issue here. So I'm seeing there might be some sort of maybe online kind of communications, or trying to bridge the gap by connecting in some way, right, after this new phase. So for some of you, if you're already in a connection and you're at a distance, you might try to bridge this gap. For people who are maybe in relatively in newer connections, I'm seeing a lot of like online contact and stuff like that. All right, so I'm seeing distances being bridged after this, new life has emerged. Now, I do feel this new life will happen once your person or you come out of these challenging times, whether within the connection or externally. I feel, you are going to start off this cycle or decide to start off this new cycle, and I'm seeing like management of expectations. I'm hearing management of expectations. So it's possible you guys, after going through whatever you did, might have very high expectations from this, or might have very low expectations. There is a sense of wanting to calm the waters, because there has been a lot of control that has been exerted, a lot of strength, a lot of challenges. So there is a sense of wanting to come together on the same page. So yes, I do see for some time you guys trying to balance this equation with this person. All right. Now, after that, I am seeing beautiful stuff. Like you can see from the Three of Cups and the Sun, I'm actually seeing beautiful energies. I'm not seeing this as a third party situation somehow. I am seeing fun and friends and happiness and joy. I mean, this is literally like this new life that has been granted to you guys after whatever you've been through, with each other, or, apart from each other. You guys have gone through so much, and you've controlled yourself. You've sort of, um, gone through these tough times gracefully, with a lot of wisdom, gained a lot of wisdom, gained a lot of strength. And you've come into balance. And when you come into balance is when the next phase starts, right? Now, with this connection, this is what I'm seeing. Once you guys have come into balance, either individually or with each other, I'm seeing this new life leading into something beautiful. I mean, with the Sun, it's the most positive card in the deck of tarot. And for me, this is the Sun, that's the major arcana. The new life is the Fool card, and control is another major arcana of strength. So with strength, Fool, and Sun, I'm seeing this connection is going to be beautiful. I mean, I'm literally seeing like a stark contrast. There has been a lot of building up, and there's been a lot of working on yourself or the connection in the past, but it's all going to pay off, is what I'm hearing. It's all going to pay off in the future, because I'm seeing this connection as very successful, right? It could lead in a marriage, because I'm seeing Three of Cups, which is a celebration. If not a marriage, then maybe something stable, because it's definitely going to be a stable connection. With the Strength card here, it is a stable connection. I don't see you guys parting ways in any of these cards. There might be distance involved, because maybe it might be a connection where both of you are not in the same location, but in the future, I'm seeing this connection is a stable one. It's going into a new phase, and this phase is going to bring a lot of happiness. All right. Now, what is going to happen in the future in this connection? Overall, yes, it's a stable one, it's a joyful one, everything. But within the connection, I am seeing, for some of you, I'm actually seeing birth. When I see new life, it's possible you guys get married and you have children, or you just decide to have children. It's not necessary there's a marriage, but for some of you, there is a marriage, because I'm seeing this as a celebration. For some of you, this might be even a business that both of you get into together, which is going to be very successful. All right. I'm also seeing a lot of friends. So I don't know, maybe something about you guys getting together might, and probably finding your soul tribe, or a group of friends that resonates with you, or even starting off a business venture together with this person, with your partner. I'm seeing a lot of things in the future. Travel. I'm seeing travel. I'm seeing friends. I'm seeing connections. I'm seeing just a whole lot of success. All right. Now, please take it as it resonates. You might You might, experience any one of those things, or a few of them, or all of them. But with the sun here, somehow I keep getting attracted to this. This is almost like a blessing, like from the universe. It's like, okay, you guys have worked so hard. Okay, and now, you can enjoy this connection. Just have fun, is what I'm hearing. It's almost like a reward. I don't know why. I just get that this is like, celebrating the success of your connection with each other. So, this is something that I feel is going to be overall something just joyful, something that is stable, joyful, something that is, that kind of lights you up. Maybe you have probably in the past faced problems with connections, or even within this connection there might have been a sense of never having to really enjoy it, only working, controlling yourself. But this phase coming in the future is all about new experiences, happiness, joy, connections, vivacity, vibrance. I mean, I'm getting so many words. It's almost like, it's resolved. The connection has been resolved, right? The work has been done in the past, but now the connection is resolved. All right, and I do feel, every connection, as time goes by, every connection has ups and downs. There will be ups and downs, but I don't see them as serious. I do feel that, one of you might have a tendency to sort of, you know, mm, be quiet, withdrawn, and one of you might have a tendency to be, a little guarded, or something like that. So, there might still be those issues, those lingering issues in this connection, but I feel you'll be able to manage it very well. All right, because both people are different, and when two different people come together, there will always be some sort of management that is needed, right? So there might be some issues related to control, there might be some issues related to expression of feelings, communication, those kind of things. But I do feel that, there's a lot of strength and patience and perseverance in this connection. So even when you guys have troubled times, you are not going to give up on each other. I'm seeing this somehow. I don't know, I'm seeing this as a connection more of love and friendship both, because I'm assuming this connection that you're asking about is mostly romantic, right? So I'm seeing a very strong friend vibe here. All right, it's almost like, you and this person are connected, are somewhere each other's best friends also, as well as lovers, right? For me, Two of Pentacles a lot of times is also a soulmate or a twin flame card. So it's almost like you guys are complementary, right? One brings in qualities A and the other brings in qualities B, and it's a perfect match. It's an eternity symbol as well. And this is also number 8, which is again an eternity symbol. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, with the Three of Cups, the Sun, the Two of Pentacles, and the Control, I'm seeing that you guys are each other's best friend. All right, and that is the core of this connection being successful. You stick with each other through thick and thin, and eventually lead each other out into newer phases, new connections, new experiences. I'm sensing a lot of optimism in this connection. I mean, it's almost like, if one goes down, the other pulls them up. And when the other goes down, the other pulls them up. It's almost like a give and take. Beautiful, giving and receiving sort of a connection. All right, there is a very strong sense of joy, of optimism, of vivacity here with the Sun. Okay. So, to recap, I mean, this is pretty amazing, guys. I mean, the future of this connection is very stable, very joyful, I sense. I mean, maybe joy and laughter and fun is not something you guys have experienced with each other because of whatever you went through, but this is something that is going to be up on offer in the future. I'm really seeing the friends vibe here. So it's not, so it could even be, you could be checking this for a friendship as well. So if it is a friendship, then this is going to be a brilliant, long lasting friendship. But if it is love, then it's a beautiful love, because the foundation of love, if it's friendship, then it is very long standing. It can be very long standing because the core foundation is very strong. And this is what I'm seeing for your connection, right? It's almost as though you guys being together sort of bring light to people around you. So it's even possible that you guys might be, you might be getting into some sort of work or something together. You might be into light working, you might be into influencing people. I'm seeing a lot of connections here in the future. So I do feel that you guys coming together and is a lot to do somehow with connecting with people. So it's possible it could be a life purpose, it's possible it could be a business or something like that. But I'm just seeing a lot of friends and family and gatherings and parties. I mean, it's just one of those perfect, picture perfect family or friend type of pictures or paintings that we see or hear about. So, in any case, you know, this is what I'm seeing for you guys, from challenging times transitioning into amazing times. Okay, so this connection, pile one, is something that is going to be, very long lasting and very joyful and very rewarding. All right, so congratulations. Okay, now let's go to pile two. Right, so pile two with the rutilated quartz. No place like home. Seek the truth. Six of Swords. Knight of Wands. Three of Wands. And sacral chakra. Okay, please give me a minute so I can figure this out. I hope this fits in. Okay, right. Okay, so pile two, what is the future of this connection? So I feel, okay, you can apply whichever stage you seem fit in this connection, because I will go in stages, right? I do feel that, this connection is very passionate, right? With the Knight of Wands and the sacral chakra, this this connection you have with this person is very, very passionate. It's just very charged. It's almost like a magnetic attraction that you guys have for each other. It might have started off in that way, maybe it started off without any thought on what it's going to be like in the future. And because there was so much attraction and sexual pull and all of that stuff, because this is like the two of sacral chakra and Knight of Wands is a lot about sexuality, right? So this is a magnetic, very passionate, very hot, very very like what do you call it, very attractive connection. So it's possible that it started off like this, or it is like this right now, and you guys are wondering, what is it that is going to come out of this, right? mm, I do feel that there needs to be some sort of a cooling down that needs to happen. It's also possible that you or this person might be in and out of each other's lives, and it's possible that it's possible for some of you that you guys meet because you want to be intimate with that person, because there's so much of attraction, and then they are out or you are out, or something like that. I'm seeing this come and go kind of an energy, because you can't totally let go of this person, or they can't let go totally of you, because there is so much passion here, right? But there is also a need to seek the truth in this connection. I sense that there is this confusion, maybe in your mind or their mind, as to what is going on. I mean, what do we do with this attraction? What do we do with this passion? Where is this going? Right? So probably that's why you guys are looking at this reading right now, because I do feel there is a need to seek the truth here. This is also a number 7 card. So, it is something to do with going deep within, checking in with your intuition, with your spirituality, that kind of thing. So, I do feel that there will be rather, a looking deep within to understand what is this connection all about. All right. Now, with that, I do feel there might be a sort of distance or a walking away from this frantic and passionate connection. There might be walking away into like cooler waters, calmer waters. It's possible that for some of you, after trying to understand the truth of the situation within yourself, meaning that, do you want something like this? Do you want something that is like a come and go kind of a situation, or do you want something more stable? Will you continue to go along maybe with this person who wants something which is not very stable? And if the answer is no, that you want something more stable, with the no place like home card, if the answer is that you want something more stable, I see you guys, moving on into calmer waters, moving on to what you really want and planning your future along with that. Okay, I do see a gap here. It's possible after you try to understand the truth, or maybe even ask this person for the truth, whatever the answer is, I do see some sort of a disentangling from the situation, from this situation, right? And planning your future, in terms of relationships, right? It's possible that you guys might not be in the same location. I'm seeing travel with all 3 cards here. I'm seeing travel. So it's possible you might go back, or they might go back to where they were, something on those lines, right? Now, I do feel once you detach from this connection, I am seeing that there might be, this person thinking about whether they want to be with you truly or not. Because when you move away from this passion is when you can, like calm down and think about what you want, right? So for some of you, I'm seeing that this person, I'm seeing that this person might definitely think about this connection in a more serious light and try to gain understanding about what they want in this connection, right? Once they do that, I do feel they will plan to either travel to you or meet up with you or something like that, okay? And there are two scenarios I'm seeing in terms of what might happen, but please take it, with a pinch of salt, because like I said in the beginning, futures are prone to changing. I do feel that this person, one scenario would be this person would decide to tell you the truth or just walk away when you confront them, just move, because what they want might just be, something very hot and passionate and, like something that is come and go, not something stable. The second option that I'm seeing here is that they are actually going to be a little surprised that you even asked them, and that is going to make them seek the truth within themselves and come towards and go towards actually planning something stable in the future and then coming home to you. All right. Now, this card is very significant. This card is very significant here. It's almost like you or they, kept a light on for this person to come back. Maybe this person, takes a break after you confront them about the situation, and after some time, this person comes back home to you. All right. So now, coming home could mean anything. It could mean marriage. It could mean, moving in together with them. It could be a steady relationship, anything, right? But I'm seeing mostly, for most of you, I'm seeing this person come back home. All right? So if you are in a connection where you are in this phase of wanting to know the truth about this connection, and your person is running away from it or has walked away from it or has no answers, then the future of this connection is that for most of you, this person will come back home after some time. All right, we obviously don't know what is the timing, so please take that with a pinch of salt. But I do feel that, this person will think about it, because possibly at this frantic activity and all that, maybe this person was a little, taken aback by what you asked of them, and now they need some time out to think about what they want, to plan what they want. For some of you, I do feel this person might just come back and say, let's set up house. I mean, as simple as that, because with the Knight of Wands and then no place like home, it's almost like you're going to be like a little stunned that, oh my God, like, what happened? They might do that, I think, after this break they take. For some of you, I do feel this person might finally walk away. All right, so that you can come home to somebody who feels like home, that you meet someone who is more planned, more strategic, more stable. So this person goes away, and you move away as well, and then there are these two ships about to meet in this card here. So you finally meet the soulmate who feels like home. All right, that is the second scenario I'm getting for some of you. All right, but since we are asking about this connection, I do feel that, this person might reconsider. I mean, this is almost like when I see this card, seek the truth, right? It's almost like it could go any which way. It could result in them just moving away and seeking their pleasure somewhere else, and you moving away and seeking your home with someone else, right? But for some of you, it also could mean that this person seeks the truth, once you ask them, because there are two people involved here, right? Once you ask this person, they will go deep within and seek the truth, maybe detach from this frantic sort of connection that you guys had. It's not necessary it's only passionate or sexual. It could even be, that it was very um up and down, maybe very intense emotion, very intense communication, a lot of attraction, all of those things. So anyways, so I feel this person might just walk away from this excitement, maybe before you ask them, maybe even after you ask them. All right, there is a timeout I'm seeing in this connection in the future. All right, because it's just that you guys need to understand what is going on here, because it's too fast and furious. Okay. And then once they seek the truth within themselves, I sense they might just plan or decide to come to you, to come back home to you. And this is very beautiful. I mean, it's very poetic in a way. If this person comes back to you, they have chosen the right side in their lives, I sense. They would have made the right decision because you are home. They probably don't realize it. Maybe this is one of those, twin flame soulmate connections which are very intense and passionate initially. But because of the passion, because of the intensity of this connection, one of you runs, all right, or they run, or you run, or something like that, all right. It could be one of those situations. Now, I also want to say that, it's possible if this person chooses to go away from you for some time, it's all right. It's possible in the future they might return, because I am sensing something like a twin flame soulmate vibe here, because it's like, these two people here, they look like twins. Right? So it's possible it's a soulmate connection. And soulmate connections are, I generally tell people to, if you want to enjoy life or something like that, have fun, don't seek soulmate twin flame connections, because, they really make you seek. They really make you become intense. And of course, intensity is good. I mean, I'm all for intensity. But after a while, if you're really seeking something lighthearted, soulmate twin flame is something that you probably shouldn't ask for. Unless you are at the end of the journey where, you've done all your blockage clearings and things like that, then yeah, then it's fine. But anyways, okay, I was digressing. So like I said, this looks like one of those type of connections. So it's possible this person might move away for some time, and then there might be a reconnection, because this person knows, that there is no other place that they would rather be at, because you are their home. You have this light shining for them, and this is like a beacon, right? It's a beacon of safety, warmth, home, comfort, care, right? So it's almost like this person might realize this truth after walking away also. All right, which is what I'm seeing. Scenario 1, they totally walk away. Scenario 2, they walk away but come back to you after some time. All right, now if they come back to you, I do feel that this connection is very transformative. It's going to be very transformative, guys. I'm getting a very strong twin flame soulmate vibe here. There will be times, even after you guys are together, there will be times where you will have to walk away from all this passion and intensity and seek the truth within yourself. Transform. All right. It would require you, this connection would require you to face your intensity. Okay, so now I know why I was talking about intensity, right? Because that's exactly what they're telling me. They're telling me that the intensity of this connection is going to ensure that your truth comes out, your true authentic self emerges. This connection is going to be a connection that is a catalyst for your transformation, for your change, for something that basically just makes you live your true authentic life. All right, it might be a connection, that is there for a season, for a reason, or for a lifetime, as they say. We don't know the future, but from these energies, this is a very significant connection, a very intense, passionate connection, which will force you sometimes to look within. This is a spiritual connection, guys. You are home to each other, but something about each other just challenges your core. It is something significant. And I sense that after you guys have worked out these issues, I am sensing temper issues here, anger, the base kind of emotions that need to be tempered down here, right? Confidence issues, maybe even communication issues with the blue card here. So I do feel that once you have weathered these storms with this person, been the better person to walk away from struggles, from fights or arguments, looked within yourself, changed, all of those things. Once you have done this, is going to be a very ascended connection. All right, this is going to be a connection that probably you guys have been working for lifetimes. It is an ascended connection. You see it in the air. I mean, whatever an ascended connection means, I don't know, these words just drop in my head sometimes, and later on I realize what they mean. So this is a connection that has risen in vibration, okay? Because you've gone through so much. And it's always, when you are tempered by fire, by struggles, that you actually rise. Your gold self rises, is revealed. Right? So I don't know. I can just keep going on for this pile. There's something very significant here, guys. Okay? And I don't know. I just don't see this connection totally ending anytime. I see you guys maybe taking time outs because of the intensity and passion and all that, but it's almost like, no place like home. You keep returning back to each other, and until and unless both of you face the fact that you are meant to be together, this parting and coming together and parting and coming together keeps happening. All right, this is almost like a runner chaser dynamic in a way. Maybe sometimes you are the runner, maybe sometimes they are the runner and you are the chaser. I don't know. I mean, there is something very intense here. Okay, I'm sensing these vibes very much, but somehow I am not seeing an end to this connection. And this is also number 5 here, which is again a number of change, a very transformative connection. Okay, so I see the future. To recap, the future of this connection requires you to transform. It's going to be up and down. It is going to be back and forth for a while till you guys face the truth of the situation, the truth of this connection, and come back home to each other. Acceptance, seeking the truth, I sense, are very, very big factors in this connection working out. All right. So with that, I'm going to close for pile 2 because they keep giving me stuff and I don't know how much can I go on. Okay, wow, that was intense. Okay, so pile 3 with the green Aventurine. Never-ending story. Queen of Pentacles. Five of Wands. Queen of Swords. Okay. Seek. And flow. Okay. Please give me a minute, guys. Okay, so pile three. What is the future of this connection? Right. Okay, so I'm seeing that, either so in this connection, pile three, I am seeing swords energy. All right, I am seeing with the Queen of Swords here, it's almost like, either one of you tries to either one of you is a bit controlling and in your headspace, in this connection, right? I am seeing with the Queen of Swords that either you or they want this connection to go a certain way, right? But unfortunately, that's not how connections work, right? And that causes conflict. All right, and I sense that this is a never ending story. I mean, it just keeps going on and on and on. All right, this is also this is a number 10 card. Okay, so it's almost like you guys are kind of nearing the completion of this crazy cycle of wanting this connection to go a certain way and then running into obstacles. All right, it's almost like you are seeking at this point the answer to what is going to end this never ending story of conflict and whatever, like upheaval. So it could be that either you or your partner is the one who's, a bit more controlling, logical, feels that, you need to live according to certain rules and regulations. And, that it doesn't work like that, right? Sometimes things don't go as expected, especially relationships, because the two people involved and both have, their own expectations. So you're probably seeking at this point, pile three, that when is this never ending story going to end? Right? This is almost like, this person is holding their head in their hands and they're like, oh gosh, and there's an hourglass beneath, and, they're just wondering when is this time going to pass, this tough time. I do sense there might be differences of opinion here. There might be someone who has control issues in this connection. There might be someone who is more dominating. And, it could even be that you guys are from different cultures or outlooks or perspectives or something like that. Okay. But this has been a very, I sense, like up and down kind of connection. I mean, you just don't see eye to eye, or you haven't, or even if you do, there are times when it just ends up in conflict anyways, and you're just like fed up, you're like asking at this point, or they are, and you guys are asking at this point, what is the future of this connection? And actually, I'm seeing the future as you guys ending this story, because we are at the number 10 here, so that means completion. Okay, this is basically, this cycle of this never ending story of conflict and stuff is going to settle down. It's going to settle down once you guys start going with the flow and trying to stop controlling and try to stop controlling the nature of this connection. All right, I mean, like, simply put, that is what I'm seeing. I mean, you can get out of this conflict that you are in, whatever the conflict is. Please apply it as it fits. But in this situation, I just feel, I don't know, this is reminding me of my reading from, I don't know, the recent one about important messages that you need to hear. It's almost like, you need to go with the flow and let the universe decide the nature or the future of this connection. All right, in this connection, trying to control the way it goes or flows is only going to end up in you having the same story repeating again and again and again. All right, you need to trust your intuition and let go. I'm almost seeing this as a let go card. I mean, from the Queen of Swords to Seek, it's almost like here, she is trying to direct something, and here this one has kind of surrendered. So, yeah, I am actually seeing that when you surrender, and when you or they, please apply it as it fits, when you guys surrender to this connection, to your feelings, to the need to not try to control the course of this connection, then is when it is going to flow into this beautiful Queen of Pentacles energy. Queen of Pentacles is someone who is very grounded, very nurturing, and very calm, loving, practical, and abundant energy. I'm seeing a lot of abundance in this connection coming in if you guys go with the flow. All right? Stop being mind-centered, be heart-centered. This person has their hand on their heart. And when I say be heart-centered, I don't mean being an emotional fool and letting the other person like walk all over you or something like that. No, keep a healthy balance, right? Don't let yourself be treated wrong by anybody. Walk away if you have to, right? But you need to stop trying to control your life, their life, or this connection. I'm getting a very strong message that this never-ending story is going to end only when you stop expecting things to go a certain way in this connection, right? Now, when you surrender to this connection, I'm seeing calmness. From the Five of Wands, we are going into flow, right? It's almost like, the feeling here is that of calmer waters, right? There's so much of conflict here, but finally, when you let go and surrender to the universe, this connection, that is when this connection starts reviving again and you start coming into more peaceful times, all right? And as well as them. I am seeing that, this person that you're asking about, I don't know why I'm getting this person just wants to be peaceful. I don't know, this might be a message for just some of you out there. Because you guys have had so much of conflict, maybe that, you or they, one person in this connection just wants peace of mind. And maybe the other one wants to control, okay? So when you let go, or they let go, and this person comes into the flow of life, comes into calmer waters, they are going to heal their heart, all right? Because it's been hurt with all this conflict here. They are going to heal their hurt, all right? And be in a more balanced position to view you as a perfect companion, because I sense right now that they might see you as the Queen of Swords, but you're actually Queen of Pentacles. You need to embody the Queen of Pentacles energy. Nurturing, caring, concern, not interrogation or blame, or the typical stuff that controlling a certain situation makes us do, right? So I feel this person is going to just flow to you once you embody the energy of letting go and flowing with them. If you want this connection, all right? If you can do that. If you can't do that, if you are a person who needs answers very quickly and you want the connection to go a certain way, then this is not the connection for you. It's really simple. Maybe you will find someone, who's more on your own pace, right? And that's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. But if you want this person, right, you need to let go. You're holding on too tightly, pile 3, and the future of this connection is going to be beautiful if you just let go. I'm literally seeing effortlessness here. With so much of effort earlier, I'm seeing this connection get into effortlessness. This person, once you let go and this person comes back to you, this connection, it's almost like, this person would find you, or vice versa, their best friend, someone they come home to, like almost a nurturer, someone they see as a husband or wife, someone they need to, that they get away from the world and go to, because you are their sanctuary. You are what they are seeking. Make them seek you by kind of embodying that kind of energy, right? This is just a small switch of, I don't know, maybe behavior or something in this connection that is needed before it actually comes into balance, I'm sensing. All right. So this person, or you, I don't know, one person in this connection seems very sensitive, and one seems very analytical and logical. Okay, so this is almost like two opposites combining, and that's probably the reason why, there have been conflicts or differences of opinion or whatever. There definitely needs to be a compromise from one person's side, and I'm seeing that is going to happen. All right, because you have started seeking, right? So there is someone who has to compromise. If you are the one, who is in this energy, the one who is more peaceful, and they are the one in this controlling energy, then you need to, like, seek something else, right? Then you need to seek something else that flows better with you and stop this never ending story. If they are the ones who don't change, right? If you are the one who is the controlling one, then I just told you that you need to change to this Queen of Pentacles, more nurturing, more caring, all right? So I am seeing that, this connection needs you to seek a little bit more. Look externally, look outside of your connection, outside of yourself, and try to see the other person, the other person's feelings. If you are the one controlling, then, try to see the other person's feelings also, their perspective of this connection. For the second scenario where your person is controlling, I really feel that, you need to go with your heart and your comfort levels, all right? Because there is no point, in this conflict and this never-ending story and you being just hurt, badly hurt. Because you're never allowed to heal, because this keeps coming up as a conflict. So, you're never really allowed to rest, to relax. So for some of you, where this person is the one who is the controlling one, I really feel that you need to seek something else. Go with the flow, go with your heart on this one, if your person is like that. Because life is not meant to be like this. Life is not meant to be a never-ending story of pain. You need to seek your happiness. Once you seek your happiness, pile 3 is when it will come to you. And I'm seeing that for some of you. For some of you, I really feel that if this is the case here, you need to walk out from this connection. Go by your heart. I mean, don't go by anything else. I always tell everyone, instead of any external sources, depending on any external sources, always go with your feelings. Is this situation making you feel good, or is it making you feel bad? If it's making you feel bad, then you need to walk away. If it's making you feel okay, maybe neither good nor bad, then maybe there's some work involved. And if it is making you feel good, then you know what to do anyways, right? In this scenario, right, in scenario number 2, where your person is the one who's controlling and you're going through all of this, you need to heal your heart and move away and seek something else. Okay, move away from this connection or this situation. For some of you, it could even be a situation. It's even possible that you guys have got really caught up in something that is very, like toxic. Please excuse my dog. Okay, so you have got caught up in something very toxic, and maybe you just need some time out and need to go with the flow, and like just like be by yourself, to come into alignment with yourself, so that this story continues again, right? So this connection, pile 3, to recap, I would say that there are two scenarios. One is, if you are kind of holding on too much to the connection, expecting too much, then you need to go with the flow, and everything is going to flow well, because your person is going to come seeking you out, all right? Because they really do care a lot for you, I sense, right? In pile 2, I sense that, no, sorry, in scenario 2, I feel that if your person is the one who's being controlling in this connection, then, and you're not liking it, then either you need to detach for some time, take some time out so you can revisit what you need to do, or simply just walk away if your heart is not in it. All right? So this is what I'm seeing for the future of your connection. So please apply the scenario as it fits. This seems more like a dynamic situation to me, so there is no exact prediction that I'm seeing in terms of this. But when I actually look at the flow card, I do feel this is a long term thing, no matter what it goes in. But there's a lot of answers that still there's a lot of work that still needs to be done on this connection, which I feel is coming up, right, from either your side or your person's side. So yes, this is what I'm seeing, guys. Okay, I hope it resonated. Please let me know. And yeah, this has been quite an interesting pick a card, I must say. I think long as well. But in any case, thank you so much for suggesting this. It was something I learned a lot from. Anyways, guys, with that, I'm going to leave you. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a lovely day.